Okay, let's make sure that we're live.
Are we live?
We are coming to you from
98.5 The Beat.
Tampa, Florida. Um, so let's just make sure this is in the right group before we start going. Hold on. Yes, we are in the right group.
We are in the right section. So today we are going to be talking about
lifestyle and business. We're going to get really clear on how not just putting the two together, but actually deciding what you want for your life and then building your business around the lifestyle. So the lifestyle is in the center, your values, your beliefs, the things that you love, and then you're going to sprinkle your mission and your business around that instead of going the opposite direction, which most people do. They start to create this business and then they're like, wait, I feel burnt out and I'm not doing what I love and I'm not living my life in a fulfilling way. So that's why this is such an important topic to talk about.
Yeah, because you are a psychic medium, a healer, or a coach. If you're not, I'm kind of confused why you're on our podcast right now. But you are. The thing is the work that you do is different, right? The services you provide, it's different. You're using your mind for your work. It's very taxing on the mind and the body. And if we don't have a lifestyle that is energizing to us, and it's the opposite, and we have a lifestyle that is draining us, right? For the most part, there's certain things in there that's going to drain you, some's going to energize you. But for the most part, do you have an energizing lifestyle or a draining lifestyle? Big difference, because the difference is your skills start to plateau.
Yeah.
Your business starts to plateau. You start to get burnt out and you're like, I don't even want to do this work anymore. Right? Have you ever felt like that before? Have you ever noticed your business plateau? Have you ever noticed your skills plateau? See, that's what happens is sometimes we think it's because, we need more business training and we need to go take more trainings on this. And sometimes that is true, but we can't forget about the lifestyle part too, because we need both. We need to really be pouring a lot of energy and time into figuring out, what do I love, right? And that's challenging for a lot of you. How do I know? Because I talk to a lot of you. And for you to think about yourself, you're so used to thinking about your family, your nephews and nieces, your friends, your clients. You're so used to serving other people all the time that no wonder why, whenever I ask some of you, hey, what do you want to create for you? Don't tell me about anybody else. That's really challenging for you. So this is your chance in this podcast episode to have space to get clear on what you actually want.
And that comes down to the values and what's important to you, really. And I think that's the question is to ask is, what are my values? What is important to me? And I know for us, our values are connected to family first. Like relationships, meaningful relationships are really, really important. So when we're doing the things that we're doing in our life, we're going to make sure that that's sprinkled in too. We're not going to just do things for us. It's going to be like, let's do for us and let's also do for family and friends. So you have the balance of the two. And one of the things that you could ask yourself is, what is the emotional state that I want to be in the most of the time? So a lot of the times when we're talking, we talk about, okay, I want to feel peaceful. I want to feel like I'm having fun. I want to feel like I'm a kid again, because there's that inner child in us. So what types of things are really exciting for you, minus the people in your life that you want to help? We know that that's important.
And we know we get you like helping people. That's why you're on this podcast.
Yeah, that's important because that's important to you. But sometimes what can happen is in an unhealthy way, you start to avoid your own things and what you want. So I've done it myself where I put someone else first. I'll get on the phone. I'm like, wait, where did my day go? Where did my night go? What was I supposed to be doing at that moment? So if you don't have some sort of really some sort of clarity and focus, then you're just going to be all over the place when it comes to what you're doing in your life, especially when it comes to the business piece. Because when you're working with clients, you have to give them all of your energy in that moment. And if your energy is depleted, like Tony said at the beginning, you're not going to have any space to give them. So it might sound selfish to some people to think about, what is your life going to look like? But it's not. It's the complete opposite. Because if you're not giving to yourself, then you're not giving to your clients in 150%. in the way that you could.
Yeah, and the thing is you're not just doing like this is not just work that you're like doing to make money or you're just doing it to pay for the like this is a mission. This is a mission. So I know that you have a 50-year vision, a 60-year vision, a 70-year vision, right? Meaning you're locked in and committed to what you're doing for the rest of your life. I'm locked in and committed to what I'm doing the rest of my life, right? Knowing that we have a lot of time to really curate this lifestyle, right? You don't have to figure it all out right now. This is just a place, a space to come from. We're coming from the space of we can create the lifestyle that we want to create first, right? We'll give you an example. Like we love being at the ocean. We love deep conversations. We love healthy food. We love crystal bowls. We love talking about mediumship, mindset, going deep. We love masterminding and connecting deeply with people. So what did we do? And we love beautiful homes on the beach, right? Who doesn't? So what we did is we created a retreat and combined all of that into one, right? It's so easy for that to become something magical. Yeah. And that's what it's become over the years because we came from this space of what do we actually love and how can we put this in to something that we love too with our mission. We didn't look out at everybody else and like, oh, they did a retreat at this house, so I'm going to do it at that same house, or they did it this way, so it looks really cool how they did it. So no. I mean, if you start to do that, you're not in alignment with yourself, right? It's powerful to look outside for creativity. Don't get me wrong. We've looked at other people do events and it sparks ideas for ourselves. But whatever you're doing in your business, especially this kind of business, it must be sacred and coming from yourself. And that's the point of doing this too. Because when you know yourself and you know what you love, now you know what you could put into your business because with your clients, you attract who you are.
Yeah.
So what you love, most likely they're going to love, right? I'm sure when I described that retreat, you guys are like, I love all of those things.
Yeah.
See how this works? So you create these magical experiences, unique, creative. Everybody's asking, how do I stand out in the marketplace? This is one of the ways that you can do it by creating unique things yourself.
Yeah, and you're just tuning into the essence of who you are. And I think the biggest thing is getting clear on what it is that you like, because maybe what you liked 10 years ago isn't the same thing. And most likely, if you're listening to this episode, you're someone that's changed and evolved over time. You're growing constantly because you're someone that wants to change and evolve over time. So 10 years ago, you might have wanted something different. And it's funny because I was filling out some sort of quiz and I started to realize the important things that I like now were totally different even 5 years ago of what I was excited about. So it's about reflecting. It's about taking the time to figure out what it is that you like and then where you're going to go from there. And everything is able to be replicated, but this is all about energy and alignment. And if it's not true to you, and it looks good on the outside because someone else is doing it, but it's not necessarily who you are, you're going to feel it when you're putting things out there. You're going to feel it. Your clients are going to feel it like something doesn't feel authentic. And they don't know why, but they sense it. So this is why it's so important to figure out, let me give myself the space to figure out what it is that I want in my life. And then let me allow my heart to open up. And you'll be, at a museum. I'm giving this as an example because one of our students, actually that was at the retreat, and she was in our training yesterday, she gave the example of how she wanted to do mediumship events in a beautiful space where it looked like an art gallery. It had art around. And you can be in that art gallery because you're exploring, because you're living your life and having fun and doing that as a hobby, going through an art gallery, and all of a sudden something triggers inside of you when you're in that moment of receiving and think, I could do an event here. Let me go ask the owner if they rent out the space for an event. So these are things that you can do. You won't get that if you're not living your life. If you're working constantly and you're not exploring and doing the things that you want to do, you're not going to have the same creativity flow through to incorporate your mission with your lifestyle.
Right.
That's why it's important to do it the other way around.
So think about it. Think about what excites you. What do you love? Think about that simple question. What do you love? You can go ahead and type it in the comments. Hi, Amanda.
Amanda's here. Amanda, it's so good to
Type it in
see
the
you.
comments. What do you love? What excites you? Just write about that every day. That question every day in your journal. I do it in different forms, right? That's how you get your clarity. It's a daily thing. And as you start to write down all of this, you can make these connections. Do you have to infuse everything into your business? Obviously, you don't. But it's powerful when you do. Like, we love St. Louis, we love Boston. I'm from there, Lindsay's from there. We travel there a lot. It's part of our natural lifestyle, whether we were in this business or not. So, since we already naturally go there, we set up in person events there, right? That's part of infusing it into your lifestyle. So you can do this with anything. You could get so creative. So you're thinking about what you love right now, right? Lindsay's brought up, one of our students talked about she loved art. So it was, I think it was Japanese art specifically.
Yeah.
So get very specific here. The more specific you get, the more power you have. We have other students from the past to where they love being outside in nature, right? I think most of our students do. And a couple of these particular students, they create events outside in nature, right? And they're outside in nature a lot. It's what they naturally are pulled to do. What are you naturally pulled to do? I'm naturally pulled to do physical activities, bike ride. I love meeting up with people early in the morning for workouts. I will infuse that into my business over time, right? I will do retreats where we're doing bike rides, we're doing hiking, but we're doing deep coaching and transformation. I love sports. I will infuse that into my retreats. I'll create a client experience eventually with someone who loves sports to where we go to a city, we eat some really good food. We go to an awesome sporting event. We have awesome seats, like maybe even club seats to where it's all you can eat. Just an incredible experience. And as we're doing all this, we're going to have a deep transformational conversation. We're both going to leave from there transformed, right? I'm getting goosebumps as I'm talking about this right now. So think about what you love, all the things that excite you and love and that you love doing.
Well, and I'm thinking of your coaching session at the retreat where, you know, it's very easy to get stuck in the same situation of where you're coaching. If you're coaching someone, you can save the coaching sessions for over the phone. But at the retreat, you chose, let's go by the ocean, let's go to the shore, let's go and sit underneath the umbrella with the two chairs. Like, some of the coaching sessions were there, some of them were by the pool. And
Magical.
so
Magical.
you can choose to do this sort of thing. You don't have to put yourself in a box to do what society says to do with work, being in a cubicle to do it. I love this. So Amanda says, I love helping people. I see myself working all over and doing healing. My body has healed. Amazing, Amanda.
And all over, you mean, I'm assuming you mean traveling, because I think you love traveling too,
Yes.
Amanda, which most people do. But that's awesome, right? To be able to travel and go to Arizona and then do some healing work there, right? And do some coaching there. And that's what's exciting about this world that we live in now, right? We're on camera here, but you could go on Zoom with your clients. I was so scared before I started to do Zoom calls because I was like, is it going to be the same? And then I started to do it. I'm like, it's exactly the same. I feel like I'm in the exact same room as people. So with this technology we have, you could create this kind of business so easy nowadays. I mean, easier nowadays, right? It all takes work and focus and longevity, persistence, all of that. And then also getting the support that you need. But you can do this, right? We're here to tell you, we're living this. I quit teaching 6 years ago in the public schools. Lindsay quit her teaching job, 10 years ago now, I believe. Almost 10 years ago, but it's not 10 years. So we're doing it. There's other people out there doing it. You can do it, right? It's all about just getting very creative and clear for you, right? We can't just tell you to do these 4 steps and no, you have to go do the work like you are on this call right now where you're thinking, what do I love? How can I infuse that into my business? How can I make it impactful for myself, for the clients, for the world?
Yeah, and I think it's really important to figure out what are my next steps, aside from the business piece, but what are my next steps to do things that really feel good for my soul? That's a big thing. What are the things that make my soul feel alive? And why am I putting them off? Some people will wait for 2 weeks out of the year to go away on vacation, or some people will wait to do the things that they want to do because they don't have anyone to go with to do the things that they want to do, And it's just about taking the action, figure out what feels good to me, And in those moments of having that love and that energy for whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's like jumping on a trampoline outside or going to a carnival or, whatever it may be, you're going to get inspired to do something for next levels for your mission and your business. And it's really about thinking outside of the box, because your mission is about energy, the energy that you're putting out there. So you have to feel alive when you're doing anything with the business. And that's where the lifestyle piece comes in. And I feel like lifestyle gets thrown around so much right now. Like, have the best lifestyle. Everyone's living in luxury. But it's like, it's really, you could have everything in the world and be traveling. But if you're not appreciating it and you're not feeling gratitude in the moment and you're just letting the moment pass you by, you're not going to feel the same feeling. So
Yeah,
lifestyle
it's
isn't just about what looks good. It's like what feels good for my soul.
to you.
Yeah.
Some people, their lifestyles, I'm gonna have a truck, a tent, I'm gonna travel all around, I got my computer, and I'm gonna coach that way. That's okay. It doesn't mean like you have to be in these all fancy resorts, and no, it's like that's not for everybody, and that's the beautiful thing. That's why I love working with people on a deep level, because we really get to craft out like what is unique for you. Like, who are you, right? When you know yourself, your business becomes easier. Everything starts to become easier. I see that Amanda said, I see myself manifesting going to Arizona in June, and with the financial stuff and attracting finances and helping my body heal. Awesome, right? That's probably why Arizona came up, right?
Yes.
You're going to Arizona, right? And that's the thing. As we put these out there and we get clear with it, we give the universe the programming, right? We're all like computers. We're programming into the universe what we speak, what we write and type. Like you just type that out, you're programming it again. Everything we do, our focus and energy. And that's why it's so powerful to really tighten up your focus on this so you could have that clarity. You've heard it before, clarity is power, but are you doing the work to get the clarity? That's the main question that I'm asking you right now.
And then also with manifesting, because you said you wanted to go to Arizona, thinking about those steps on, okay, what are the next action steps that I can do to make me even more clear on where I want to be in Arizona and what can I provide for those people that are in Arizona, and I wonder where I'm going to stay. Because it doesn't necessarily have to be about, okay, I have to wait for someone to reach out to me. You could be the one to reach out to other people and take that action and do it. So, like for me, it started when I was even doing like retreat stuff or travel. I always go on Pinterest and get really clear what I absolutely love about a certain place. So I go online, I start pinning things, and I have this energy in my body and in my mind, like, oh my gosh, my heart is like opening up. I can't wait to be there. And I get really excited about that. And then from there, I take another action step. So I'm not just like wishing and hoping and waiting. I'm getting clear, having a vision, and I'm making it happen in some way. And knowing that it doesn't have to be as far away as you think it might be. You can bring it really close, and it's by taking action steps and having some sort of plan. And that comes down to the clarity piece. That's so important.
Yeah, and listen, if you're somebody who you're listening to this and you're like, I already heard this before, I know it, I'm here to ask you, are you doing it? Right? Because there's a difference between head knowledge, things you've read about, you've listened on podcasts, you read books. Trust me, everybody that watches this podcast, our clients, they're all people who, they've been reading books for 20 years. They've been watching videos, right? It's not unique anymore, right? In this space, it's not unique. Everybody's doing that. Everybody's reading Brene Brown, Tony Robbins. Are you putting in the work, right? Are you taking action, right? You know you can do it, but really look past in the last 12 months. What action steps have you been taking to have clarity, to create your business? Are you living it? That's what I'm here to ask you, right? Head knowledge, you know it in your brain. Wisdom, you've applied it, embodied it. You've gotten the results over and over and over again, right? It's a tough question, but as you ask yourself that, you are the one that knows the honest answer. So from that space of authenticity, you can now begin to create this powerful life. But if we're delusional and we think we're farther ahead than what we are, which I see it's a common pattern with myself, with other people, A lot of times, we're optimists. We think we're farther ahead than we are. The power comes whenever we're real with where we're at. And then we can build from a solid foundation and not from like this fake ass foundation up here.
You are welcome. It's true. You are
Oh,
welcome,
you're
Amanda.
welcome,
We love
Amanda.
you. We love you.
You're welcome, Amanda. And have fun in Arizona. What a beautiful state. What a beautiful,
Love
beautiful state.
Arizona.
Very healing. Yep.
So we want to leave you off on a question. Question is what are you going to do in the next 24 hours to get really clear when it comes to what you want out of your life? And then how are you going to take that and bridge the gap from what you love to your mission and your business? How are you going to connect the two together?
Yeah. So we're all excited. We get inspired, right? We're all motivated. But the power comes is what is that tiny action, right? What are you going to take from this podcast?
Get the ball rolling.
And get the ball rolling and go apply immediately.
And share with us.
Right?
Share with us in the comments.
Share with us.
One last thing that I want to mention that's really, really important. We have our 90-day business mastermind coming up on May 24th. It's a Wednesday. We're going to meet up for the next 90 days. So you're going to have one-on-one calls with me and Tony. You're also going to have some group calls that we have that are scheduled for four main group calls. We are only taking 5 people, and then each of us, you'll have the one-on-one calls separate from that. It is going to be very magical. We're going on this ride with our members. You have to apply to get into the mastermind. This is strictly for people that are ready to take action. You're action takers. You're ready for the accountability. You're ready to hear the truth and share the truth. You're ready for your next level, or maybe you're not sure if you're ready for your next level, but you know that it's there and you want to be guided in that direction. So if this sounds like you, then go to lindsaymarino.com or tonycmitchell.com and you can get the application, fill it out. We will message you. We'll give you a call. We'll have a conversation, make sure you're a good fit. And the next time we're offering that is in 2024. So next one will be in 2024. It will be definitely a different price. It's going to increase. So right now, if you want to join and you've been someone that's been messaging and saying, I want to join this round, but I just need to wait. I need to make sure that this is in place. There's never going to be the right time. You're just going to know in your heart. If you don't feel like it resonates with you, that's a different story. That's totally different. But if you've been feeling it, you've been feeling the nudge and you want to have a conversation, you have questions, feel free to reach out. And I don't mind jumping on a phone call with you or on Zoom, and we can answer any questions that you have.
Yeah, just to give you a few insights on what happens inside of this group. This is not guaranteeing results. This is just a consistent patterns that I saw happen over and over. This is our 90-day mastermind. So we've been running it since 2020. Consistent patterns over and over. People healing lifelong traumas. People doubling and tripling their business. People with not many clients to start with, starting to become a client magnet where they find their way, they find their process, where they know how to operate in their zone of genius, right? And actions that light them up. And then other people where they might have had all kinds of different clients, but they were drained mentally and physically because their energy was leaking out in all different areas. So we hope to tighten that up. So if this sounds like you at all, right? Or if you're pulled to it in your heart and soul, right? Reach out like Lindsay was saying. If you're not, please don't. This is a sacred exchange, right? To where it must be a hell yes on both sides. So if you're even feeling it a little bit, reach out, get your answers answered, because like Lindsay said, our prices are going up for the next one in January 2024. So this is your chance to take advantage if you feel pulled to it.
Okay, guys. Well, we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We will see you next episode.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.